Hey guys, it's Kara. So today I wanted to talk about respect in a relationship, and there's a few different parts to that I wanted to talk about. I broke it up into 5 different sections. So the first section would be respecting privacy, and I know it's super hard to do nowadays with all the social media and cheating and all of those things mixed together, and it's hard to find that balance of trusting somebody when they're not with you and not wanting to check everything that they do. But ultimately, I think it comes down to if you're talking to somebody and you feel as though you want or need to know everything that they're doing or who else they're talking to, then you don't trust them, and you shouldn't build a relationship off of somebody that you don't trust. If you can't let them go out for a night and not have to have a minute by minute detailed story of what they did after they went out, then it wasn't worth it. So that means don't go through somebody else's phone for any reason, because chances are if you have the will to go through their phone, you're probably going to find something that you don't want to see, and it's just going to cause an argument. And it goes back to, if you can't trust them, you shouldn't be with them in the first place. And social media is another aspect of that. Respecting each other on social media is really, really key. So if your boyfriend doesn't want you posting pictures in your bikini because he wants your body to be only his, you don't really have to think about like whether it's him trying to control you or you want to really respect his opinion. But that stuff should all be talked about before a relationship is built off of that, because sometimes those things can lead to little bitter arguments, and no relationship is good after that. The second thing, you need to respect each other's time. You never want to be that relationship where your best friends and their best friends never see you anymore, where you're spending so much time with this person that you don't have time to do anything else. Having alone time just to yourself may sound boring, but you need to do it. You need that time to think things over for yourself. Ask yourself if you're really happy. Don't overdo it. Don't be exhausted all the time because you're going to work and then going out with your boyfriend or girlfriend all the time. Definitely give yourself that time to think things over and go out with your friends. Have a boys' night or a girls' night, whatever works. Whatever you want, just so that you can stay in touch with your friends, because as hard as it may be to believe, a lot of relationships aren't going to last. They're just temporary. They're building blocks for something in the future, and you don't want to lose your long-term friends over something that was a short-term relationship. The third thing is respecting each other's decisions. This can be like really personal. Things that just need to be communicated before a relationship is started, pretty much. Like, some females wouldn't want to have sex, and if that's her decision, don't pressure her into it. You need to respect that decision, and if that's not something that you feel that you can respect, then you probably shouldn't have gotten into a relationship with that woman. And also, if they don't want to go to the movies because they're really tired, respect that. If they don't want to go somewhere because they don't like it, respect that. Just respecting what each other want and don't want is really big. And the fourth one is respecting what the relationship is. Now, this is a little touchy because sometimes it's hard to keep your feelings out of places that they really shouldn't be. So, if it is your choice to be sexually active with somebody without a relationship, and you're expecting it to go further and they're not, and you've talked about this before, you need to respect that. And it might be time to just call it quits if you want it to go somewhere else and they don't. If you're talking to somebody, you need to respect that they might not want you talking to anybody else. If you're building up to a relationship, you probably shouldn't be talking to other people, because that means that you're just not that interested in the other person. And if you're in a relationship itself, you really need to respect that. Meaning, if you're going to go out with your girls for a girls' night out, probably shouldn't talk to guys, you know, you probably shouldn't get anybody's number. You need to respect the relationship that you've already been in and the thing that you've built. And the fifth, and by far the most important part to respect, is yourself. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. If you feel like you're not getting the best treatment in a relationship, then get out. Because it's not going to get any better once you add more stress on top of it. If the relationship was to go further into, say, marriage, if you're having bitter, tiny fights now, just imagine what the fight could be when you're deciding whether your child needs to be a vegetarian or can eat meat, or what school they're going to go, or what lessons they're going to learn, or what sports they're going to play. What happens when you have money issues. You know, if you're fighting over little tiny things and nitpicking at each other, chances are that's not going to get better after the relationship goes further, and that comes down to you respecting yourself and knowing what you deserve out of a relationship. So, once again, we've got the first one, which is respect each other's privacy. 2 is respecting each other's time, both with their friends and alone time. The 3rd is respecting each other's decisions. The 4th, respecting what the relationship actually is. And the 5th is respecting yourself. Alright, well, that's all I have for today, so I'll see you later. Bye!